What is your ideal girlfriend? What would you be willing to tolerate for love? Would you fall for someone like Sophia? Her name is spelled Sohfeeah, but don't hold that against her. She is wonderful. You're surprised she entertained the idea of dating you. She is one of the most beautiful girls you have ever met. 10 out of 10, way out of your league. Never nags at you to clean up after yourself. Never complains when you leave the toilet seat up. Never forces you to watch those stupid romance movies with interchangeable characters and reused plot lines. I'd rather watch whatever you like to watch. An incredible cook. She blushes when you tell her that she should become a professional chef. Makes whatever you want to eat, so long as it doesn't have peanuts in it. I'm allergic, sorry. Attentive to your needs. Patient. Takes genuine interest in your hobbies. Lives to make you happy. I'll do whatever you want. Anything for you, Anon. Except she doesn't do everything you ask. She's too clingy, not in a cute way. Never wants you out of her sight. Has to be involved in whatever you do. Has to tag along wherever you go. You can't even take a dump in peace. I don't mind the smell, Anon. What the hell? Who in the world says things like that? Texts you non-stop if she can't physically be near you. Your phone buzzes with new notifications every 5 to 10 minutes. If you don't reply fast enough, she calls you and demands to know why you didn't answer her texts. Cries every time you ask her to give you some space. I don't understand. Why don't you want me around? Don't you still love me? Guilt compels you to apologize. She calms down and then follows you into the bathroom again. Might be trying to isolate you from other girls? The friendly cashier at your local grocery store no longer looks you in the eye. All of your online female friends have either blocked you or refused to reply to your messages. Your own cousins have started acting distant whenever you visit them. You can't prove that your girlfriend is responsible, but you never had this problem with other girls until you started dating her. Plays dumb when you confront her about this. I guess they don't understand how wonderful you are. Oh well, that's their loss. At least I can have you all to myself. Guilt can only keep you in this relationship for so long. There are only so many times she can follow you around the house or text you in the middle of the night before you lose your mind. At your wit's end, you break up with her after a year together. You expect tears, begging, screaming matches, and threats to end things. But for someone who is clearly obsessed with you, she's surprisingly calm. Amicable, even. She takes her stuff from your house, apologizes for bothering you, and leaves without a fuss. At first you are relieved that she didn't fall into hysterics or try to stab you, but soon mild paranoia replaces the relief. Surely she wasn't going to give up so easily. She must have poisoned your food, or put secret cameras in your bedroom, or planned to set your house on fire while you slept. Days turn into weeks. Your food is untainted. There are no cameras in any of your rooms. No fires start in your house. She does not return. Still, you're unsettled enough that you call her to ask if the two of you are still on good terms. Of course, Anon. Why wouldn't we be? Is that all? Okay, goodbye. Click. Oh. Alright then. You tentatively return to the dating scene. It doesn't take long to find a new girlfriend. And isn't she amazing? Her name is Ivy, but it's spelled E-Y-E-V-E-E. Huh. A strange way to spell that name, but that hardly matters. Her looks take your breath away. She is the kindest, sweetest, most caring person you have ever met. Her mouth-watering food is to die for, though she is adamant about not cooking meals with peanuts in them. She washes your dishes. She does your laundry. She does everything you ask her to do. Anything for you, Anon. But she also hovers over your shoulder whenever you get a text from someone. And she calls you at 2 a.m. to ask mundane questions. And your female neighbor avoids looking in your direction whenever you exit the house. Oh, no. You are not dealing with this again. She might be hot, but she's not hot enough for you to tolerate this nonsense a second time. You break up with her after a month of dating. She doesn't plead with you to change your mind, doesn't threaten to make a false abuse claim against you. She just leaves. She is barely out the door before you find someone new. You go through many girlfriends in a short amount of time. The more you date, the more unsettled you feel. You keep coming across girls who seem perfect at first. Kind-hearted beauties who never mock you, who cook like they receive lessons from God himself, and who bend over backwards to please you. The ideal girlfriend. But every single one is allergic to peanuts. Every single one stalks you around the house or texts you every 2 seconds when they can't be near you. And every single one has names with weird spelling. Lucy, spelled Loosee. Mia, spelled Meeah. Who the f*** spells Naomi Neighohmee? And why is it that you can't see or talk to another woman without them growing to fear you? Except that's not the worst case scenario anymore, is it? That nice cashier stopped coming into work, 2 of your female cousins got into a bad car accident that left them in a coma, your neighbor was found cut into pieces inside of her own bathtub. You have no way of proving that your ex-girlfriends hurt all these women, but deep down, you know it was them. Them or her? What if you haven't been dating multiple women? What if it's the same girl pretending to be different people? That's crazy, but it explains why they all have the same allergies, cooking skills, and temperament. It explains why they're never mad when you break up with them. Why would she be angry when she'll be back in a few weeks? You go to the police. They think you're having a psychotic episode and recommend you to a therapist. You go to your parents for advice. Your mother avoids speaking to you for reasons she refuses to explain. Everywhere you turn, help is denied. If people don't think you're insane, they assume you're exaggerating. No one understands why you're afraid. You're a big, strong man and she's just some chick. Anyone would be lucky to be stalked by a hot woman. Besides, if you really can't handle the attention, you can deal with it yourself, right? Well, looks like you'll have to. When you suggest having a date night at a national park, you are not surprised when Hazel, spelled Hayzelle, agrees to it. Even when you tell her not to inform anyone about where she's going, she just smiles and nods. Anything for you, Anan. The most nerve-wracking part about being in a national park at night isn't the strange sounds or potential predators hiding in the shadows. It's the feeling of your girlfriend's eyes staring into the back of your skull as you walk through the trees. If she wants to eat you or tear you limb from limb, this would be the perfect time to do it. Instead, she talks about how she can't wait to have your children and grow old together. We'll have a wonderful future, Anan. You heard it all before when she was Sophia, Ivy, Lucy, Mia, and Naomi. The 2 of you reach the top of a large cliff. She looks up at the stars. You look down at the chasm below. You can't see the bottom. Wow, the sky is so pretty. Oh, is that a shooting star? Make a wish, Anan. You shove her. A small gasp escapes her lips as she tumbles off the edge. She otherwise does not make a sound. You think you hear it when she hits the ground, but it's hard to tell when your heart beats loud in your ears. It takes all your willpower not to sprint back to your car. You vomit in the parking lot before driving home. Her final gasp haunts you all the way to bed. Hikers find her body the next morning. When the news anchor makes the announcement, you turn off the TV and stay indoors for the rest of the day. You wait for the police to knock on your door. They don't. You wait for someone to suspect you. No one does. You do not date anyone for a very long time. You tell yourself that you don't feel guilty for what you've done. You had no other choice. No one would help, so you had to deal with it yourself. When you finally start dating again, it's rough. You're uncomfortable around women you are attracted to. You avoid girls who like cooking. You met someone named Sarah. When you found out it was spelled without an H, S-A-R-A, you nearly had a panic attack. You nearly had a panic attack over the letter H. What the hell is wrong with you? Your stalker is dead. You know she's dead. If you lose your mind every time someone has a name spelled differently than what you are expecting, you're going to die alone. Finally, after many false starts and aborted first dates, you meet someone you're comfortable with. Her name is Amy. Well, it's spelled A-M-I, that's not alarmingly weird, so you force yourself to ignore it. She's cute, but not so attractive that you feel like you tricked her into being interested in you. The date starts off a bit awkwardly, and not because you took her to a cheap restaurant. You order food, but she only orders water. I actually forgot that I made plans with you until the last minute. I had a big lunch before coming here, so I'm not hungry. Sorry, Hanan. She forgot about her date with you? Wow, that just screams, I'm excited to see you, doesn't it? Except, she actually does seem happy to be on this date, forgetfulness aside. She is kind, but not overly eager to please. She's clearly attracted to you, but not in a way that comes across as obsessive. She says she wouldn't mind learning how to cook, but claims not to have any skills in the kitchen. She doesn't seem like perfect girlfriend material, but she's not trying to be. That's refreshing, honestly. Your food arrives. Shrimp fried rice. It tastes cheap, greasy, and incredible. You offer to share the plate with your date. She recoils. Quickly, she tries to downplay her reaction. Sorry, I'm still full from my lunch. You know she's lying. She's repulsed by your food. But why? You fork some more rice into your mouth. Then you taste it. Peanut oil. Your fork slips from your fingers. Your stomach clenches. A sudden wave of nausea makes you sweat. You swallow down your dread before asking if she is allergic to peanuts. She stares at you for a minute, then two. A piece of dust lands in the corner of her eye. She doesn't blink. Then she cackles. Her laughter bursts out of her chest like a firecracker and lasts too long. What kind of question is that? Why do you want to know? You have some peanuts for me to eat? No, it's fine. I'll eat the rice. I'll eat anything you want me to. Anything for you, Hanan. I know I might be looking too deeply into this, or maybe I'm insane. Even if I'm not crazy and it turns out that I'm right, speaking about this might put a target on both of our backs. I know you'll think I'm overreacting when you see the screenshots I've attached to this email. They're just weird item listings for dogs you can buy. It's just posts of people wanting to sell off animals. Nothing sinister, right? I must be paranoid or sleep deprived. But no matter how much I rationalize it, deep down I don't think anyone on this website is actually selling dogs.